Hi everybody, my name is Junyan and I'm from China. I'm a sophomore here. Well, um, the thing I want to share is probably, I feel like, um, yeah, some of you were talking about like how United States can be a very independent country. It's very in, individualism, and I just think like when I come here, after I come here, I feel like it's there are more freedom, and I feel like there are more opportunities. But at the same time, um, I feel like people are not very cultural sensitive, and they tend to, since the United States is kind of like superpower, not politics or economics, no matter what, but and also everybody's learning English, so they don't put the effort to learn about other people's culture, and sometimes they just automatically think like, oh, we're doing this way, so people in other countries must do the same thing, or they feel strange about when you are acting differently or you are thinking about differently. They don't realize the different culture in other world, and I just feel sometimes when it's not very people are not very culture sensitive, and it can um, and and also it's just kind of difficult to adapt to the life here. Yeah.
Okay, so I don't mean to put you on the spot, but I guess you can kind of go for everybody. But did anybody feel that they had to kind of give up a piece of their culture or give up a part of themselves to adapt to the American culture? Anybody? I don't mean to kind of put you on the spot, but do you want to elaborate or?
Yeah, sure. Just I'm just thinking, bring up one point is just here I feel teenagers are more mature than uh, we than I what I've been experiencing in China, because I feel like in high school here, like I didn't go to high school here. I just came here for the university, and I just saw some like drama on TV. Probably it's dramatic, but I just feel like oh, teenagers here can be so freedom, and they have relationships so early, and um, they can dress wherever they want, and and their school is so easy, well, compared to our high school system, and so I just feel like here I have to be more open, and I have to um, just how do I say, like um, and yeah, like you mentioned about like giving up one part. I think I have to like not mention my culture. Like I want to share my culture with them, but sometimes they don't really care. They don't really care about learning you. They just care about their stuff. So I have to speak like American. I have to watch their TV show. I have to like feel like that way, and I feel like sometimes I want to share, talk about the cultural stuff that they don't really interested in. So,
All right, thank you for that. So does anybody else have like a rebuttal to that? Does anybody maybe feel that you kind of do have to give up a piece of your culture because, I mean, I guess there's the American culture and then there's your culture, or maybe they agree with her. Does anybody else have anything they want to share on that subject?
Hi, I feel that some people do have to give up their culture, unfortunately, but it's not like, oh, I feel that some people might have to give up their culture, but it's like a choice, because people are able to talk about different cultures, and if people are open enough to listen, I think Americans will be able to learn and do things like that.
Well, I guess I can do this.
Yeah.
I think I kind of agree with Steve and yeah, Jennifer. Yeah. I mean, coming from a different culture into that, and I also agree with Sherry, come from a different culture into another person's culture, I think it's our responsibility to try to like adapt because one, nobody forced us to come. It was our choice to come to America, and I feel like to some extent we have to accept the American culture. It might be very difficult. Hey, when I came, it was very bad for me. High school, I couldn't understand what my teachers were saying. I was getting bad grades, literally, because I just couldn't get I couldn't understand my teachers, and it was really, really bad. But obviously, as time goes on, one adapts. So yeah, basically, I feel it's our responsibility as international students to try to some extent adapt. But at the same time, we have our unique cultures. I am very cultured. I love my culture. I wouldn't trade for anything. But at the same time, once again, we have the responsibility because nobody forced us here. We came by ourselves, and we can still try to keep our own, unique ways of life because that's what makes us different from every other person. If I talk like Americans, eat what Americans eat, dress like Americans, then I mean, what's the difference between I and anybody else? But the fact that I speak a different language, the fact that I, dress differently, the fact that I speak differently makes me different from every other person around me. So, yeah, I could definitely relate to international students, and at the same time, I could understand where Sherry is coming from.
All right, thank you for that. One point that I just thought of, a lot of times when people immigrate to America, they don't understand English at first hand. So maybe it's a process. Do people feel, and I know there's also like parts of America where, they speak Spanish fluently, so maybe you can come to America and you don't have to learn English because if you're a Spanish speaking, you can just live there for the rest of your life. Do people feel that, once you come to America, you need to learn how to speak English? And does anybody want to elaborate? Go ahead.